Okay, Jesus, it's like really annoying when you say that you're not going to order drinks because you can turn the water into wine, but then they end up charging us for the wine anyway.
They went with Tuesday for holiday.
We're in Boston,
Everything.
the Tea Party.
Yeah? I don't, what's,
The Boston Tea Party?
what, tell me, we don't learn that in school.
You're kidding. It was the most ridiculous thing of all time. So
Our next guest is one of the biggest names and best senses of humor you're going to find on TikTok. 3.3 million followers, over 328 million likes. Jake Shane took a hilarious premise on social media and turned it into one of the most successful podcasts in the world, which is now a live show tonight at the Vic. But before he takes the stage, I'm so psyched that he's in studio with us today. Jake Shane, my friend, good to see you, sir.
Hi,
How are
Jake.
you?
Nice to hang out.
I don't love there being a more popular Jake in studio. I'm going to be honest with you, but I'll accept it. I want to start out talking just about this journey that you've been on for people that don't know. You started out on social media doing reviews of, correct me if I'm wrong, octopus-based cuisine and meals.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes. I started an Instagram account called Pass That Puss.
Yes.
And I would review octopus out of 8 tentacles. And I started to do like a call and response thing. So I'd go, hi, pussies. And they go, hi, Jake. And then we tense up. And then it just kind of like, I was about like turned into this other thing.
But the thing that we just showed clips of now, you're known for these really hilarious, wildly popular sort of historical reenactments.
Right,
My favorite
right.
being the John Adams one where he signed his name far too big. How did you, I mean, those are two wildly different things. It doesn't, I'm not seeing how you transition from one to the other. How did you sort of go from one to the other?
I just started posting a lot on TikTok, and like I was doing anything that would get a laugh.
Yeah.
And like I used to have this thing where I thought like I was like a very gifted actor.
Sure.
And so I was like, give me something to act out and I'll act it out. I saw Julia.
That's cool.
I saw Julia Fox do it. I was like, I'm gonna do it. And then someone told me to do like Monica Lewinsky, Bill Clinton.
That was the big one.
Yeah,
That was the one that blew
that
up,
was
yeah.
the first one.
Yeah.
And I was so like inebriated and like it was late at night and I had promised.
So many great stories start that way.
Yeah, I promised the pussies that I would do it. Those are the people that follow me.
Yeah.
And
because he's reviewing octopus.
Yes.
I really need to emphasize that.
Well, yeah.
Because it's 9:34 in the morning.
Yeah, and I did it kind of like in a tongue-in-cheek, jokey way, and then it kind of was a hit, and so I just kept doing it because that was always my thing with TikTok. I was always, if it kind of worked, I would like beat it into the ground.
Well, you mentioned it being a hit, which I think is an understatement because your numbers are, and I'm not trying to blow smoke, these are life-changing numbers. These are numbers where if you get that big, there's no going back from that. Do you remember sort of that moment where you're looking at the followers coming in and you're thinking to yourself like, my life might be changing from this?
Mm-hmm. I think it was when I hit 1 million followers.
Yeah.
So I was actually working as an assistant at that time.
Yeah.
And my boss always made this joke that he would manage me if anything ever happened. And he said he would start to manage me. So once we made that switch from employee to he's now my manager, that's when I realized that things were going to be different.
And the fact that you need to be managed or have a manager is a sign that things are going well. Obviously, the podcast has been huge. Your list of guests is absolutely insane. But I do want to talk about the show that's happening tonight at the Vic.
Yes.
Because it's one thing to watch your social media, your posts, your TikToks, to listen to the podcast. A live show is a completely different animal. So how is it maybe a little bit the same or a little bit different than what people are expecting?
I can say a little more raunchy things.
Sure.
I can say a little more a lot of things happen spur of the moment. I can do a lot more crowd work.
Yeah.
I can like interact with the pussies like in person, which
Sure.
is lovely. And yeah, you know, it's more spontaneous. It's very fun. It's very like, we have them tell me what's wrong before the show, and then I'll read them and talk to them in the audience. And I have stories that I would tell about my life that I wouldn't tell on the podcast, and you know, things like that.
So for someone who, I mean, you are such an anomaly in like your massive success. There are a lot of people out there who are on TikTok and they're trying to post stuff and they're trying to get a fraction of the success and numbers that you have. What advice would you have for them to not just maybe get the numbers and the success, but also be happy with what they're putting out there?
You just need to be like authentically yourself. Like I posted like every internal thought I had, and I sometimes before everything happened, I would post like 19 times a day. Like I like really wouldn't give it up. Like I was like, this is happening, like whether everyone likes it or not. And I just shared what I loved. I was myself. You have to post like you think no one is watching.
Sure.
And you know, by some stroke of luck, sometimes something happens.
I love that. Well, my stroke of luck is that I get to be live here with you. I know. Fox has really been trying to get me to really sort of, you know, pump up my TikTok a lot. So I've got a little over 2,000 followers on TikTok. What are you laughing about, Natalie Bomke?
I
That's
love
not
her.
funny.
I love her, by the way.
So what do I need to do to get a Jake Shane follow?
Well,
Because
how
I
many
feel like-
times do you post today?
I posted yesterday.
Once?
And then I got a job, man. I got stuff to do.
I was an assistant.
How many times do you post a day?
Like I used to have this bit where I would go, try to find everywhere in Los Angeles that had plastic straws. Every time I had lunch, I would take a video of it and tell people what I was eating. Like everything, I would just post.
I like do one post and I'm exhausted. I have to take a nap.
No, I know.
But it sounds like terrible. You treat it like a job?
Now, yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah, for
now
sure.
it feels more like one. It used to not.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to throw up the information on the show because I want people to come out and see it. It's at the Vic. It's happening tonight at 7:30. Doors
Yes,
open at 6:30.
yes.
It's going to be an amazing show. Seriously, congratulations. We're all
you.
such massive fans of yours.
Thanks.
Don't get so big that you won't come back and talk to us
Wait,
anymore.
I will always come back
Yes.
and talk to you guys. I'll say it now.
All right. Well, we appreciate you, and we were laughing at all the jokes that we make in commercial break that you guys can't.
Yes, she is hysterical.
Natalie Bomke is the best. Jake, we love you, buddy. Seriously, congratulations on
Thank
everything,
you.
man. All right, guys.